make sure you hit subscribe. It's right over there, I swear. Or maybe it's there. It's one of them. It's a button. It's red. Click it. Some thoughts over the weekend. I contacted a member of the LA Rams front office regarding Matt Stafford's tendonitis. And it was a story last week. And I've said I've had tendonitis. It was more tennis. It's annoying as hell, but you can still play tennis. And I got a hold of somebody inside the Rams organization, and they said Stafford had this last year, and he's got it this camp. And the way to heal it is rest. So they're trying to kind of figure out a way to, just have him throw less. Now, the good news for the Rams, as they point out, outside of Allen Robinson, everybody returns. So everybody, the coach, the receivers, the tight ends, they've got a rookie running back from Notre Dame, but by and large, he doesn't need a ton of practice time. And they have a capable backup. And this team's good enough to win some games with a backup. But the Rams do not believe Matt Stafford's going to miss games. It's painful and it's annoying for anybody that's had some inflammation, some tendonitis, but he's going to play. OBJ. According to Ian Rappaport, they're interested, but they haven't agreed to terms yet. My feeling, and I said this after last year, my feeling how the Rams want to play OBJ. He's popular in the room. Cooper Kupp is a volume receiver. And when you get that many throws and that many targets and are used that often in a 17-game schedule, there's a little concern. He's been hurt before in his career. Then you have Allen Robinson, and now you have the number 3 receiver. Van Jefferson is banged up. And then you have to rely on a couple of very, very young receivers that neither one is really ready to be a 1, 2, or 3. So I think the play with OBJ is keep him around. Keep him around as long as you have the ability to. Now, at the trading deadline, somebody's going to be looking for OBJ, and they think he'll be ready sometime after the trading deadline. But what the Rams have been able to do, they did this with Von Miller. They told him publicly they loved him. They sort of rehabbed a little bit of his game. He fit perfectly into the system. Then somebody else comes and pays the big money. And I think what the Rams have really become in the NFL, they've become sort of a rehab center where if you, Dante Fowler, if you are underwhelming, Jalen Ramsey, you're viewed as sort of problematic, talented, but a bit of a diva. Your OBJ, that didn't work in Cleveland. Von Miller, you're past your prime. You're not really worth the money. I think what the Rams have shown is the culture is so strong. They can bring those guys in. They help the team win, but they don't necessarily sign them to long-term deals. And I think they wouldn't say it publicly. I think that's what OBJ is that he's had so many injuries that they're hoping, we'll sign you, but you're going to do a team-friendly deal. At this point, I don't think OBJ is somebody I would guarantee 2 years of money to, certainly not 3. So, but I do think he has value on a team where Van Jefferson's hurt. Cooper Kupp has so many touches, and the young guys aren't really ready to make an impact in the outcome of games. So keep your eye on that. There's that balance of loving the player publicly, maybe needing the player, but not wanting to give him a long-term contract. And they've already got a few out there with Stafford and Kupp and Jalen Ramsey. Bobby Wagner now got some pretty good money for a couple of years. So keep your eye on that with OBJ. I do think they'll keep him past the trading deadline. And with Van Jefferson's knee, Cooper Kupp's volume, he's not a bad guy to have around the room. OBJ fits LA, he fits the city, he fits the culture, and he made a huge impact by his second game as a Ram.